Hello everybody, I'm really happy to have you here with me in this video. Let us embark together on a journey in this video, and the journey is the journey through the subtle layers of consciousness. It's a super interesting journey, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it very much as I'm going to enter and explain and elaborate the growing revelation and realization that occurs throughout meditation, throughout the deepening of meditation, different stages of discovering what's beyond the physical body. So I'm going to share with you, of course, only from my direct experience, but of course, as I've read many books and as I know other awakened, liberated beings and have met many people on my path, these things I could also confirm with other people and other paths. I'm going to still describe it in my own way, but I want you to kind of take your time, lay back and really listen with me as we talk about those layers, because as we talk about them, they're going to be activated within you. So let's start. So what lies beyond the physical body? So as we start the spiritual path and we embark on a spiritual practice, we start condensing, in a sense, our energy within. We start withdrawing the energy within, and in a sense, it's almost like drilling a certain well inwardly. And as we drill more inwardly, we start to it's almost like we're starting to penetrate, pierce through the boundaries of the physical perception. We start off in this life by simply experiencing ourselves as physical beings, very, very bound to a specific form in space and time. So the contours of our body define exactly where we are and what we are. As we deepen in meditation and we start to emerge in the next layer, so to speak, of our existence, beyond the physical, what starts to reveal itself is the energy body. In my own experience, it started revealing itself by experiencing myself as floating above the body, for example, floating as if my body literally is floating above my seat, experiencing burning energy around my entire body with glowing yellow colors or white colors, experiencing myself becoming wider than the physical body, seeing myself as the entire room and beyond, as if while I'm sitting here, I'm touching the wall or touching the door or touching the entire room. So changes in size, changes in weight, becoming heavier or lighter, losing the sense of boundaries of the body, as if I hold my hands but I don't know anymore which hand is which, as if they all blended into one kind of, whatever you want to call it, soup. So that's when you start to enter the energetic domain. In the energetic domain, you can feel all kinds of flowing energy in your body in the different channels, different colors. You can see auras sometimes. You feel your different chakras sometimes activated. You feel more expanding, contracting. Okay, so it's kind of the energetic body. The energetic body, I like to refer to it as a kind of vessel. A vessel for what? A vessel that stands between the physical, the most coarse physical layer of our being, and the more essential layers of our being. It's easier once you awaken the energy body because it's the closest to the physical. It's easier when you have that awakened to use it as a vehicle to move deeper into the subtler layers of your being. So let's move deeper. beyond the energy body, we start to cross the layer of energy. Beyond the layer of energy and life force, which is the energy body, lies the realm of light. In the realm of light, you perceive yourself to be a luminous, bright, white light. That's what you are. An essential, pure essence that is experienced as a very intimate sense of you. It's me. It's really me. It feels like me. It's the me that shines through my face. It's the me that looks outward through the eyes. Right? It's that cognizant intelligence, brightness, and brilliance that just shines through the eyes and through the body. So pure, so radiant, so good, so open and free. And there is a sense of eternity in it. There is a sense of coming from a dimension that is a bit beyond time, not connected to time in the same way anymore. A kind of spiritual dimension all of a sudden opens itself. It's the first layer, we can say, where we touch a deeper sense of identity. The energy body, although deeper than the physical, is not yet a deeper identity. It's simply a deeper body, a subtler body, to be more accurate. It's a subtler body, but it's not an identity. The deeper layer of identity is really the realm of light. You experience yourself as that fundamental layer of yourself. And in that realm, I call it kind of the soul realm. Okay, me as a soul, as a light being. Okay, so I'm a light being. It's very bright, it's illuminated. Okay, you can say that it's like the first layer which is enlightened in a sense. It's not enlightenment, the big enlightenment, but it's still, in a sense, a realm of light. It's luminous, it's bright, it's whole. And it's the first layer in which you come to know yourself. Much freer. You can get to know much more in this layer about yourself, about your real destiny, what you're really meant to be and do, who you really are as a real individual soul. And the word individual here is key because beyond this layer, we're starting to tread into the territory which is beyond individual. So let us go deeper. After we revealed the realm of light, of us as pure light, we step deeper into an even subtler layer of our being, which I like to call luminous darkness. In this layer, we start to go to a very deep part of ourselves, which is experienced like deep sleep. And so we really sink into a state of sleep, of deep sleep, deep dreamless sleep, while being aware. Right? Usually you fall asleep and you lose consciousness. But here, in deep meditation, in a state of realization, you move into a state of deep sleep, but you remain fully aware and fully awake. And this combination of being in that deep sleep, which is experienced like a night energy, dark, silent, with the awareness, creates that luminous darkness. It's a darkness, but there's a kind of shimmering of light in it, out of the dark. It's like when you imagine the cosmic sky, you see a dark vastness filled with shimmering stars. It's a bit similar, okay? So you are there in a state of very deep sleep. It's deeply nourishing. You are not anymore that light from before. The light from before was more like a beautiful, promising spring feeling. But now it's a deep, restful night. The individual sense has evaporated, and you are more like this expanse, a deep, profound silence, still luminous and radiant. So in this realm, you've come to know yourself as a depth of silence and beingness that is not individual anymore. Luminous, deeply at rest, not individual anymore. More like a vastness. And yet, there is one layer even deeper than that. So as you deepen beyond the layer of luminous darkness, you discover what I call the boundless, undivided oneness, or the absolute reality, the absolute oneness. These are all synonyms. This can be called the true self. You can also call it the no self. You can call it emptiness, and you can call it fullness. Why is it so that you can call it both this and that? Well, it's because this is the layer of yourself where you transcend duality. All dualities are merged into one reality. And so all paradoxes and all opposites meet here as one and the same. Here you discover that there's only one divine reality, one divine self. And that's the only thing there is. That's the only thing experiencing this life and this body and any other body. And by body I also mean inanimate objects or the space between objects. It is all the one and only self there is. It is not a separate self at all. Some can even say it is not a self in the way that we know it, and that would also be true to say, because it is not a personal self in any way that we know it. It is not human anymore. It is simply divinity. The most primordial sense of I amness, of beingness, of existence. In this layer, there's simply undivided, crisp, crystal, lucid reality. Pure absolute consciousness. Pure absolute oneness. It is all one and it is you. But you is not anymore a one, an individual, you see. It is very, very subtle what I'm talking about. To say there's only one, you must have something to compare it with. But in absolute oneness, there's only absolute boundlessness. Perhaps boundlessness is a better word than oneness sometimes. So this is why I like to call it undivided boundlessness. In this reality, you are everything. You are the trees, you are the sky, you are the stars, you are the soil, you are the houses, you are the human bodies, you are the cats and the dogs. Absolute consciousness is all there is. You are at home. You are in the one and only reality there is. That was, is, and will be. It's completely beyond time and space, completely unitary, experienced as the original home of all. And in a way, this is where we discover total liberation. Consciousness that was previously encapsulated in a form, whether gross or subtle, liberates itself completely and discovers its original nature or natural state. A very blessed state to be, the original state, with natural wonder and natural sense that everyone you meet, you know, and you have known forever because it's yourself. You always meet yourself. It's as if everything has always ever existed. Because everything is made of the One. Everything is made of the eternal self, the one true self. And so in a way it feels simultaneously on that layer as if everything has already happened, and simultaneously as if nothing ever happened. Because, well, when everything is the absolute oneness, then what happened really? How can something happen? It's all just one. So these are the 4 layers of discovery or revelation of the subtle dimensions of consciousness as we tour deeply into our own being to discover the very root. From the physical, we move into the energetic body. From the energetic body, we move into the body of light, which is our individual sense of soul, of self-existence, but in the pure way, not in an egoic way. From the realm of light, we move into the realm of luminous darkness, beyond the individual, but shimmering still with light and deep rest. And beyond that, we move into the state of absolute undifferentiated oneness. Some say, right, that there are 3 different states and one that transcends them. And I think we've touched exactly that point. We have the waking state, which is the physical body and the energetic body. Then we have the dreaming state, which starts to be revealed more in the light dimension, the spiritual dimension. And then we have the deep sleep state, which is revealed in the luminous darkness state. As I already mentioned, it's like a deep sleep, but being aware. But then there is the absolute state, which transcends all those states and is the only natural state. And that is the oneness that we talked about. As you see, a marvelous journey, profound journey. Remember, don't stop at any station. Continue going all the way. Continue growing all the way. Continue deepening all the way. Continue exploring. Never be too enchanted by the energetic phenomena or lights or messages too much. Enjoy them, but keep on going until you reach the root of your being, where you discover the real, true, total liberation. You rediscover yourself at home. I hope this video inspires you and sparks more passion to tread on this path of honesty and inquiry into truth. I send you my blessings and see you in the next videos.